Hi and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are playing with some brand new Charlotte Tilbury products. I picked up 2 of the brand new eyeshadows as well as 2 of the brand new contour ones. So we're going to be trying those out today and I'll be giving you guys my first impression thoughts. So if you're curious to see how I created this full face of Charlotte Tilbury and my thoughts on these new products, keep watching. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the brand new Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow quads. I did pick up 2 of them. This one is super natural. I think this one looks very, very pretty. And then of course I had to pick up the green one, and this is in shade Emerald Effect. So I did pick up both of these. I'm only going to use one of them in today's eye look because I am filming before work and I don't want to go to work with 2 different eye shades. But so I will unbox both of these and show them both to you, but I will only be creating an eye look with one of them. I did also pick up 2 of the brand new contour ones. So both shades that I picked up are brand new shades. So I will swatch both of these new shades up against the 2 existing contour ones that I have so you guys can see a difference between all 4. And I thought I would just go ahead and do a full face of Charlotte Tilbury because it has been a while. I did also get a sample of her brand new mascara, which I'm really, really excited to try. There are a few Charlotte Tilbury mascaras that I do really like. I'm excited to see if this one will be better than the ones that I have. To start my full face of Charlotte Tilbury, I'm going to go in with the Wonder Glow Primer. Now, I did just use this in a video because I hadn't used it in a while. And here we are using it almost in back-to-back videos. But that's okay. I do really like it. It's a primer that I definitely recommend. Now, for foundation. Charlotte Tilbury foundations are not my favorite. The formula, great. I think that she has beautiful formula in foundations. I just cannot find a shade that works for me. So I have this beautiful skin foundation. I have it in 3 shades. I'm just gonna put all 3 shades on the back of my hand and try and come up with a shade that matches my skin. I mean, you can see, I love the formula. I think it is beautiful. I think the first year that it came out, when I did my end of the year favorites, this was my favorite foundation of that year. It is very, very beautiful. It's just the shade never works for me. I can never find that perfect shade. So that's what I came up with. We'll see if it works. I mixed a little bit of 6 cool, 3 neutral, and 3 cool. So we're just going to blend that in and hopefully it works. I do also have the, I think it's like the Magic foundation or the Airbrush Magic. I don't know. It's a very, very full coverage. Very, very full coverage foundation. And it is also very, very matte. So that is a great foundation to wear in the summer. If I'm going to an event where I'm going to be outside and I want my makeup to stay and be full coverage. It's not one that I wear on a regular basis though, because it is so full coverage. All right, so I think this shade is gonna work. So I'll just keep it blending it in. Before I do any further of my makeup, I am going to put on this Magic Lip Oil. This I received in one of her mystery boxes. I've never tried it. I thought I would go ahead and put it on and let it sit while I do the rest of my makeup and hydrate my lips. So that's what it looks like. It's got like a little roller. I was not expecting that. I was expecting a little squeeze. I'll just put it on. And this can hydrate my lips while I do the rest of my makeup. Now, I actually did really like that application. When I opened it, I was expecting it to be one of those little squeeze tubes. It wasn't like that at all, but I am not disappointed in that. It feels really good. So we'll see how it keeps my lips hydrated while I'm doing the rest of my makeup. I'm gonna go in with concealer. This is the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. This is really, honestly, one of my favorite concealers. I think that it is really nice. I think it gives a great coverage and it is very hydrating. It does not leave my under eyes dry or cakey, and it doesn't have any creasing, or there's no creasing, so it's really, really good. And I have shade 6.5 in for reference for concealer. And the concealer, I do think I was able to find a perfect match. I don't know what it is with the foundations that I just cannot find a match. Now I'm going to go ahead and open up these brand new contour wands. To say that I am excited about new contour wands would be an understatement. I cannot wait. I am so excited she extended the shade range. I am just excited. The Charlotte Tilbury contour wands are hands down my favorite. You guys know that. I use them almost every single day. They are my favorite. They are just so easy to apply. So easy. They blend into my skin effortlessly. I just really, really like them. So the first shade that I'm pulling out, this is shade medium, and this is a new shade. Like I mentioned, both of the shades that I picked up are new shades to the lineup. So I picked up shade medium. I also picked up shade medium tan. So that's medium tan. And I'm going to put my glasses on so that I can read what we have here. I have fair medium, which is empty, you guys. When I filmed my empty videos, this was in it. This is empty, but I am going to try and squeeze just a little bit out, enough for a swatch comparison. And then the other shade is medium deep. So I have fair medium, medium, medium tan, and medium deep. So let's go ahead and swatch these. I'm going to start with fair medium because that I think is going to be the lightest. And that is my favorite shade. That is hands down my favorite shade. I'm really trying to squeeze any out and I'm not really getting much luck. So we're just going to try. So that is fair medium. So now I'm going to go in with the brand new shade medium. And if you have not seen these, this is how they come brand new. At the bottom here, you twist to open it and then you just squeeze until the product starts to come out. Now I'm going to close it because I don't want to waste it. So this is medium. So that is significantly deeper than the fair medium. I will take the other new shade. This is medium tan. That is deeper. Now these do shear down quite a bit. And the last one is medium deep. And this is one that I use on a regular basis. So that actually looks a little bit lighter than the tan medium. So you can see that the ones that I have product in blend down a lot better. That fair medium, I really like the undertone. I just think that it is really, really pretty. You can see the difference in undertone between medium and just the fair medium. So I think for today's video, I am going to try the medium shade. I will continue to play with these and do swatch comparisons and do, compare them on the face. But I'm just going to use one shade today, and that shade is going to be medium. So I am excited to see how this blends out. Now I know she extended the shade range, but I was also curious to see if the formula changed at all. And it is still blending down just as effortlessly. I mean, these are just beautiful, beautiful contour wands. So you can expect many, many more comparisons in the coming weeks with these contour wands. I'm going to take the Eyes to Mesmerize. This is for cream eyeshadow, and this is in shade Champagne. And I'm just going to place this on my eye as an eye primer. The shade is very, very pretty. It's very similar to the one that I really love from Chanel. The formula is just not as good as the Chanel, which is why I don't use this one on a regular basis. I don't think it gives the same dry down that the Chanel does. So the Chanel one is a cream, but it really does apply like a powder. This one is a cream, and I just think it kind of stays, it stays a little bit too wet, in my opinion. It doesn't give that same dry down. But we're going to let it sit there, and we're going to let it set for probably 10 minutes or so while I finish up my cheek products. For powder, I'm going to go in with the Airbrush Flawless Finish, and I have shade medium. I have said it numerous times, but this is one of the best pressed powders. It's just so finely milled and it just applies so great to the skin. And then I'm also going to go in just with a little bit of the brightening powder, and I'm going to take that under the eyes. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with the Airbrush bronzer, and again, I have shade 2 medium. This has to be the largest bronzer I own in my collection. I think it's even bigger than the Tom Ford Terra. It is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It is a beautiful, beautiful bronzer, but it's so, so big. I don't know how I will ever finish it. I'm going to go in with this cream blush. This is the Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow, and this is in shade Color of Dreams. I used this last week when I was doing my makeup for work. It is so pretty. It really, really is. I just love the color. I think the formula is really nice. It does go on a little bit tacky, but it does dry down and blend down to where it's not balmy or tacky. I just think that the pigment and the payoff is there. It is very beautiful. While I normally reach for the beauty blush ones, this Lip and Cheek Glow is very, very pretty. For blush and highlighter, I'm going to use this duo right here. This is the Hollywood Blush and Glow Cheek Palette. It is so pretty. The blush is very pigmented. It is very pigmented. Do not be fooled. It doesn't look like it's going to give a lot of payoff in the pan. It is pigmented. So I'm going in very, very lightly. And you guys can see my brush is kind of fixed. I used a little bit of super glue. I still think that it's a little bit loose. So I'm going to use this brush very cautiously from here on out, but it is fixed and I am so excited that I'm able to use it again because this is hands down the best blush brush. So now I'll go into that highlight and pick up a little bit of powder. This is the Sonia G NOG Pro. I think that that is beautiful. I really, really do. I do not use my Charlotte Tilbury products enough. They are gorgeous. So here are the new eyeshadow palettes. Again, this is Emerald Effect. These have an 18-month shelf life and are made in Italy. I think that they look really, really pretty. I was so impressed that she came out with so many different shade variations. I want to say that there was 6 in total. I picked up 2. There was actually a few others that I was very interested in, but I went ahead and just got 2 so that I could test out the formula. And this is super neutral. I'm not sure what I said before. I think I have a feeling I may have said supernatural, but it is super neutral. These were definitely my top 2 color stories, but there were some other color stories that I thought were pretty. For today's video, I'm going to be using this super neutral. I really, really want to use this Emerald Effect one, but there are a lot of swatch comparisons that I want to do with it, and I just honestly do not have the time today. So I'm going to just start with super neutral, and I'm going to start with this glitter shade up here. I'm going to put my glasses on because there are names here. So this is Diamond Dimension, and it is definitely all glitter. The shade in the middle is called Matte Silk, or maybe it's just the matte formula and the shade is silk. So Diamond Dimension is the type of eyeshadow it is, not the name. So in the middle, we have a matte, and that's just a cream. In the bottom row, another matte silk, and this is a deeper brown. This middle shade right here is a crystal chrome. So this one has a little bit more payoff than that Diamond Dimension. And then that in shade is another matte silk shade, and this looks like a dark gray or black. The bottom row is another matte silk, and this is a gray. There's a brown matte silk in the middle. And then the very last shade is another Diamond Dimension. So that is the super neutral palette. I think that it's beautiful. I think that I am going to be able to create numerous different eye looks using this palette, and I'm excited to see how the formulas are on the eye. Now you guys know that the glitter toppers are not my favorite. So those diamond dimension shades, I probably will not get a lot of use out of. The middle shade, that crystal chrome, I do think that I would wear and I will get use out of. Because there are so many mattes in here, I think you're really going to be able to get a very classic neutral eye look. And I'm going to start with this brown shade up at the top. Take a Sonia G Classic crease and just take that in the crease. I have several Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow quads. And I do really like the formula of them. I think that they are very beautiful. It is definitely one thing Charlotte does well is her eyeshadows. And this matte is beautiful. It really is. I got out my magnifying mirror so that I could see up close, and it's really pretty. So I have not seen any reviews of these eyeshadows. And I do that with all new makeup that comes out. I wait to watch any reviews until after I have filmed. And I do that primarily so that my opinion of these eyeshadows is my opinion. I'm not just reiterating what I have already heard or seen. However, sometimes I can't avoid Instagram and people's posts. And I have seen people complaining about the packaging of these eyeshadows. To be honest, the packaging does not bother me at all. I don't think that there's anything wrong with the packaging. Be that as it may, I think that it's nice. There's nothing, it is not screaming luxury. You know, it's not the really nice metal packaging that Victoria Beckham came out with, but I mean, this is not Victoria Beckham. This is Charlotte Tilbury, and I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. So I'm going to go in with this deeper brown here at the bottom. This is a little bit of a warmer brown. And I'm going to take it on the outer corner. Now I'm still using this fluffier blending brush because I want the product to go down lightly. I'm going to blend it into the crease, and I will take a denser, smaller brush to add a deeper shade on top of that. So far, I really do like these shadows. This is a Sonia G blender, and I'm going to go into this deep kind of dark gray black shade. And I'm just going to leave that on the outer corner. I will eventually diffuse that and kind of blend it, but for right now, I'm just going to leave it there on the outer corner. Take a Sonia G Builder Pro, and I'm going to go into this Crystal Chrome shade. I just felt like this one had the most payoff, so I'm going to take that in the inner half of the eye. Now that's really deep, so that probably is not a good combination because it's a lot deeper and it's not going to give me that highlight that I like. Now that shade did give me a little bit of fallout, so I'm going to take my La Mer powder brush to just brush that away. And I will say, I just raved about the packaging and how I was fine with it. The one thing that I will say is that there's no mirror here. So multiple times I have turned the palette so that I could look in the mirror, and there is no mirror. That is fine. I mean, I'll just adjust. The Dior Backstage palette is hands down one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. I use it all the time. All the time. It is one of my favorite eyeshadow palettes. And it doesn't have a mirror in it either. So I just pick up a different mirror. It's not going to deter me from using this palette. I am, however, going to go in to that top shade. This is that Diamond Dimension. Since that shade was so dark, I'm going to add the Diamond Dimension on top of it to brighten it. It definitely brightens it. It adds an extra layer. I don't know if this whole combination is my favorite. Next time I will create a different look. take my Sonia G Classic crease to just blend and diffuse. And I'm going to go into that cream matte shade and take that under the brow bone. Here is the eye look before eyeliner and mascara. It's a little bit deeper, a little bit smokier than what I had originally planned. Next time I will remember that that crystal chrome shade is a lot deeper, and I should probably use that on the outer corner. I do think it is pretty. It's just, like I said, a little bit smokier, a little bit deeper than I had originally planned for. But let me know what you guys think. I do have several Charlotte Tilbury eyeliners. I'm going to use this classic brown pencil to line my eyes, and then I'll be back so we can open up the brand new Exaggerize mascara. All right, so here is the Exaggerize mascara. With my order, I did get a sample of it. So normally I do wear an eyelash primer, but for today's video, I'm not, because I do want to try out the mascara just on its own. So far, I like it. It's really hard to actually even see my lashes with this eyeshadow look. It is so deep. The sample itself is very cheaply made, so it's like very loose. I don't know. It's kind of hard to apply because it feels like the brush is gonna fall out. But I did like it enough where I would pick up the full size next time I place an order with Charlotte Tilbury. Yeah, I think that that's really, really pretty. Let me know what you guys think. Now, I got out the Emerald Effect eyeshadow because I wanted to see if it was the same formula. And this eyeshadow palette actually has different formulas. So this one also has a molten satin as well as a crystal pop. So this one has more of a variety of formulas, whereas the Super Neutral only has those 3 different formulas. Also in one of my mystery boxes, I got the Brow Fix Gel. So we're going to go ahead and try that out today. I've never used her brow products before. I think that this one is just a clear one. Yeah, so I'm just going to swipe it through my brows. I use a clear eyebrow gel every day, but I use it on my hair and not my eyebrows. So for me, the biggest test is going to be, does it leave my eyebrows crispy and crunchy? That is what I do not like. And I find that with clear brow gels, they usually do. So we'll see how the Charlotte Tilbury is, and I will let you guys know. But I have this little cowlick up here, and I use a clear eyebrow gel every day on that to kind of like keep it down. So regardless, this will definitely get used. Even if I don't use it on my brows, I will use it on my hair. All right, and last is lips, and I'm going to just finish it off with 2 lip products that I already have. First, I'm going to start with my lip liner. This is hands down one of my favorite lip liners on the market. This is the Iconic Nude lip liner. You guys can see, I mean, I have hardly anything left. For a lipstick, this is shade Catwalking, and this is just a beautiful nude. Because I do like a little bit of a gloss, I'm going to go ahead and top it with this gloss. This is the Pillow Talk Plumpgasm, and this is in shade Pillow Talk. This is definitely, it's definitely a lip plumper, and it does have that tingling effect. So just be careful if you do not like that kind of tingling effect. Stay away from this. I don't mind it, and I just love the shade that this gives, and this is one that I do use on a regular basis. All right, that completes today's full face of Charlotte Tilbury using the brand new eyeshadow in Super Neutral, as well as using the brand new contour ones. Let me know what you guys think of today's finished look. I think that it is beautiful. The eye look is definitely deeper than I had anticipated. I do think that it is beautiful though, and I cannot wait to keep playing with this palette and seeing what other neutral looks I can create. I am happy to say that the contour wand is just as good as the original. I'm glad to see that there's no real change in formula. It blended out just as nicely as the original. And overall, I'm really pleased with how today's look turned out. I think that it is really, really pretty. But let me know down below what you guys thought. Did you pick up any of these new eyeshadows? Were you waiting for reviews? What are your thoughts of all of the new shades? Let me know down below. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.